Greetings and welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament match. This time between Imasock and Antlerz.
Hello, everyone.
Oh. And joining me on commentary as well is Seaphil. So tonight is the inaugural day of the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. This is this second and third. There are two matches happening right now. Tournament. So yeah, earlier we had Jake Hoper and oh gosh, we had another match earlier tonight. I'm sorry. K-Tap is the other comm. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Hello.
Okay. And we're underway. That was easy. Ooh, they started with a wand. Somebody gonna pause for us? No, neither player wants to pause and see if they started with an any key or a ladder. There we go. Ooh, I saw a wooden arrow.
I mean, that's nice. They don't have to go shopping for it.
True. And 3 Triforces. No, I didn't happen to catch which 3 Triforces those were, but if second quest is in play, it can change the meaning of those numbers. 7 and 8 can swap, and 2 and 3 can swap, and 4 and 5 can swap. So sometimes you still end up.
We have Lionel's on the overworld, and we're also getting our Unos item, hopefully, and we get a secret.
Ooh, 16. That looks like a rolled up small secret, I think. Oh, and 25. That would be a slightly smaller medium secret. Questioning chat, how do you tell if it's second quest? Is it the overworld? Well, the dungeons in the overworld can be separate, so one of the biggest indicators will be if you check the first quest 2 spot. There we go. There's the unshuffled wood sword. So there's a 50% chance that the wood sword won't be randomized, and it's always a good idea to head there early in any seed. Some enemies like the Wizrobes and Ganon require a sword, so gotta make sure you get it. Oh, free heart. Things are going well for Imasock. Looks like he's routing this pretty well. But yeah, and no extra candles. Yeah. He probably would have appreciated finding that extra candle there. But yeah, to answer Saber's question, usually you don't know until later. And usually it ends up being mixed anyway. But in dungeons, there will be indicators like just straight up having second quest layouts. Like you'll recognize that you're in second quest, 1 or something.
I am back and alive on my end. My stream has just been having issues playing my computer, and we see a 94 rupee key.
Fairly expensive. I hope there's a cheaper one available to the players because those keys can be important. And welcome back. And level numbers are hidden. Probably the most interesting flag in this tournament because that's a lot of information hidden by hiding that level number. It comes into play in all sorts. Ooh, nice. Very lucky clock. 8gen brings up a good point in chat, by the way. Surprised they didn't scroll to the screen that Imasock is on to see which overworld quest it is. Yup. It can still be mixed. No, it can't actually. That confirms that it is first quest. Mixed and second will both put a different structure there. So, yeah.
And whatever dungeon this is, we are greeted with whiz robes to the face.
Yeah, that's always fun. Whiz robes and gorillas, the projectile masters. Oh boy. Do we have an item here?
That's
Nope.
be a pain to kill.
Oh, Imasock has not an Armos item, but the magic sword. 4 hearts, not quite enough. Good note, 8gen. The drop groups are shuffled because Blue Lionel dropped a fairy, which means that we don't know who our bomb droppers are. And so the Armos there still has its vanilla bracelet. The location changed, but the item did not. So, bracelet under the Armos. I think I agree with the strategy Imasock's taken here. Imasock is just exploring the overworld, seeing what he can find there, then maybe dig dungeons later. He's only got 3 Triforce pieces, and you know you need the full Triforce to enter 9, so...
Well, oh shoot, on Antler's end.
Yeah. Wow. Whatever level he's in, it's not small, and it's not kind. Maybe not a fun level to do wood, sword, 4 hearts.
Well, that blue ring did pretty expensive, over 200 rupees, and our max is 255. Because the NES cannot handle more than that number.
Yep, that's right, K-Tap. Might be tempting, who knows. The secrets are a little small, only a little bit smaller than they normally are, so it might be hard to afford it, but I bet the players still wish they had it.
We still haven't seen our large yet tonight.
I thought it was 96. I thought you actually called it just a minute ago.
I didn't call large, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
never mind. I'm just imagining things. Meanwhile, chat is calling this second quest 6. Based on the entry room, it's certainly possible. I believe it. Oh, what K-Tap called was the key price. Right.
So we see Antlers taking a death in whatever dungeon that is, and going back to start to backtrack, though, is leaving the dungeon to get some more exploration done. I'd say cut your losses on that.
Imasock took an overworld death. But wasn't very far away.
So, did we see that coast item? I did not catch that.
I didn't see it. I don't think either player went that way.
Thank you, C-Phil. And now you guys in chat.
Oh, it was a heart. I was probably watching Sock. Oh, hey, level 9. Well, that's a good thing to find early because, a lot of time with these random percent seeds, you end up making a beeline for 9. Today, not so much because you need to find 5 other Triforce pieces, but...
Maybe I can pray my silvers are a 9 if they gave you arrows, but I can just dream.
It's a reasonable assumption because there's a flag in the randomizer for force red ring and silvers to 9, and it's got a 50% chance to be on. So with that, that makes the odds of silvers being a 9 slightly higher anyway. 50% because of that flag alone, and then a little bit extra just in case it randomly fell back into 9. So.
So that flag guarantees the silvers and the red ring in 9 if it's turned on?
That's right. Yep. And that's something you got to be aware of as a racer because, say you're going into 9, right? And there's a 50% chance Ganon is not required. You're just looking for Zelda at that point. But if there's a 50% Ganon is required and you have the bow, then maybe take some staircases on during your exploration, get the silvers. It factors into your strategy, because there's a very good chance the silvers are at 9.
Well, I also think, just thinking about it now, I think part of the thing the runners are going to have to think about is what risk are your opponent is going to take. Are they going to take this risk? Are they going to not? And they'd have to. Part of it is making sure you take the right risk, but also managing what risk you think your opponent is going to take and how you can out-risk them.
Yeah, certainly there's lots of ways to play seeds like this, and there's lots of ways your entire game can change based on one decision. Say Antlers finds a recorder in this room, right? He might blow it immediately. Okay. Ooh, so did you see that small shield? I'm going to interrupt myself for a minute here. That means boomstick, because in order for that to happen, the book has to be in the shop. And if the book is in the shop, it means unlimited bombs, because they started with the wand. So that's really interesting. Book being in the shop can mean lots of other things too. So book can also, you can have book to understand old men, which means you need it to decipher hints. And you can also have book as an atlas. And getting all 9 maps in the shop for about 200 rupees is extremely powerful. I would probably always buy the book or always take the book in this flag set if I could. Of course, it's not a guarantee. You could buy the book and it's nothing more than a boomstick. That still ain't bad. Yeah.
And we see Imasock retracing Antler's earlier steps. Though, I will say, with this being a boomstick seed and unlimited bombs, that'll be fun. I don't see much boomstick seeds.
Right? Boomstick, and they started with the wand. So that really puts your rupees in a different context. Sometimes you save them for a bomb upgrade. Sometimes you're thinking, you buy the wooden arrows like Antlers did. But,
well, this also means runners could possibly save up to get that blue ring with the boomstick having unlimited bombs.
Right. Well, that would be 200 rupee purchases. That might be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. Gen.
Never mind, that's 250.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go broke on rupees.
Right, and you gotta be careful, because if this is a second quest overworld, or mixed second quest overworld, then that means there are fewer large and medium secrets. In fact, there's only one large secret, so that means there will be less money throughout the seed in general. So yeah.
So let's press F and pay respects to both our runners for taking a death in a dungeon and the overworld.
Although actually, something H-Jeng just said, if this is a second quest overworld, then he's assuming you'll need meat for 2Q3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think dungeons in the overworld can be randomized separately. I think you could have a full second quest overworld while still just having first quested shapes or something for the dungeons. Yeah, they can be separate. Okay. So yeah, so just because we see some second quest overworld hints doesn't necessarily mean that 3 is bait blocked. But
Antlers was not in a good situation right now with those dark nuts just hounding on those stairs, and is able to get out and around them, though they just seem like meaty tonight. Maybe it's because he's at 4 hearts, but they're not fun. Though we have a ladder on Imasock's side.
I'm gonna say that ladder is huge. Finding one this early frees you from ladder blocks, makes your dungeon exploration more efficient, saves you from double dipping things. It's going to be a good time.
This is from the dungeon Antlers noped out of earlier.
Yeah, that could be big. Because if Antlers now runs into a bunch of ladder blocks, Imasock will run over those ladder blocks and just save huge amounts of time on each one, I think.
And we see the empty roads on Imasock's screen. And I wonder where they go.
Yeah, they have been shuffled, but neither player wanted to take them with the other caves. Oh, no. Okay, takes you back to the forest. Not interested. Vanilla 5, that's a funny take any. And back here. So yeah, those take any's are pretty worthless. I mean, choose any crossroads, whatever's, yeah.
So those Dark Gnolls were giving Imasock trouble and is able to screen skull around them, though I wonder if Imasock is going to face the same struggles Antlerz did when he comes back down those stairs.
He's got the wand. You can at least push him out of the way, if not kill him. Oop, nope. Imasock takes the sword. Yeah, that darkness trolling on the ladder, that's no fun.
Well, what happened to both of them, though Antlerz was able to keep going back and forth.
So, Antlerz here looks like he's going to screen wrap right into another crossroads, warp zone, warp stair, whatever you like to call them. I change it up every now and then. Oh yeah, there's your blue ring for 250. I still haven't seen the book yet. Only Antlerz knows this is a boomstick seed,
but knowledge is power, and that can. Yeah. And if Antlerz saves his rupees to the book, that can change a lot of things in this.
Oh, you know what? I just realized. Ladder being in 6 and book being in 4. Remember, it was the magic shield, but book being in 4. That's second quest. So I wonder if we have non-shuffled item locations all second quest. Like if that's the case, the bow will be 5, and the any key will be 8, and the recorder will be 2, and
the silvers and red ring will be 9.
Yeah, funny how that works out. Yep.
That is quite a bit of knowledge, because once is just common stance, twice is a coincidence, thrice I'm going to guess that's not just.
Yep, I would bet on it being not a coincidence too, after 2 or 3 items. And Garion, you're right. If Boomstick is on and the book is in the shop, then the book will be in the rare shop. But I just commentated another seed where there were multiple places to buy the book, and I didn't think it worked like that, but then it just suddenly did, so I don't know why.
So can the rare shop be the normal shop, and can the normal shop be the rare shop?
I mean, apparently, because I did just... Ooh, secret is in the tree at the dead end. So hints this game are worthless. We have the vanilla hints, which don't do much when you've shuffled the rest of the game. Ooh, okay. So the overworld is probably mixed, judging by the fact that only one of the 2 second quest spots opened.
And we are just seeing Imasock heading towards that cave, and we just find another secret. Though that 59, that is not a nice large.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 59. Ouch. That's a terrible large secret.
I take it this is a poverty seed.
Yup. So that's gonna make expensive purchases more difficult. Although both players are doing pretty decent on rupees right now.
That is until we get the bow and people can start spamming arrows like no tomorrow. People always forget in Zelda 1. I mean, I know in A Link to the Past randomizer, if you have those certain flags on, it's 10 rupees a hit, since they don't have the limit there. But with the 1 rupee, that can add, even though you have a lot right now, that can add up over time.
Oh, it certainly does. Yeah, arrows in this game are actually very expensive, and when you have silvers, it's tempting to keep using them for Master Sword damage against pretty much everything except these dark nuts. Don't shoot them with arrows; they're immune. But everything else, you spend the money and it disappears quick. Then you're without your arrows.
You also have to remember they started with wooden arrows, so that might be an incentive to go find that bow.
I mean, yeah, but bow, even with only a 50% chance of Ganon being acquired, bow is certainly something you want. Yeah.
On the other hand, that door repair did not look cheap.
No. Wow. Good movement by Imasock there to dodge all those blue Lionels and get into the Vanilla 6 location. Antler's right behind. Now here's the real trick. Leaving that screen. Let's see how Imasock does on this ladder. And we got blue Dark Nuts trolling. And let's see what Antler's does.
Lionels and Dark Nuts. The Lionels can snipe you from above, and the Dark Nuts can get you up close, but Imasock and Antler's both managed to get out of there just fine.
Well played by both of them. That's a difficult screen. I mean, you saw how they were leaving the lighthouse earlier. That tall ladder in the top right corner of the world.
Yep.
Yeah, they both died there, but they didn't die to the level 6 version of it. That's good. Gary, and the small secret was 16. 16. It doesn't really matter, though. Here we go. Screen wrap for a heart container. I would do it if I had the ladder. So, where do players need to explore
off for Imasock.
Yeah, he's got a little more life now. No bombs, and he's going into a place where he needs bombs.
Did we ever figure out which enemy set was dropping bombs? Because I know they had bombs there.
I don't remember, no.
Well, there goes that idea. Unless it's Aquamentus.
Garion says a red lever dropped a bomb. Good to know. Oh! I think a red lever may have just dropped a bomb, that or a red Octorok. Because Imasock, I thought, was out of bombs, and then suddenly had some there.
He put 2 bombs in for 16 rupees? But that's a ripoff.
Right? I mean, sometimes a single bomb can be worth 50 rupees if you're desperate enough. Ooh. But, yeah, in that case, no. So, Antler's finds Second Quest 6. It's colored like 6. Imasock's exploration made it look like 6. But this was not a fun dungeon to try to play. I mean, look at this room here. And now Imasock gets the booms. Doesn't take the free magic shield. No, I would take it. I mean, I know you're not happy to find it.
From what I'm looking at, Antler's is in Second Quest 6, correct?
Yeah, Antler's, yes.
They already have the Triforce status 6, but from what I'm looking on the tracker, this was the dungeon Antler's noped out of earlier.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, he might know what's going on and be trying to get a ladder out of here? I'm not sure.
Well, I hope.
Meanwhile, Imasock here. Let me try to see if I can figure out what dungeon this is. It's green, and I guess that means... Now I forget. 7? 7 or Second Quest 8, I guess. Color-wise. Because colors have been accurate for dungeons that we've been able to identify so far. And that is a flag. Normally in Randomizer, the color of a dungeon is completely cosmetic, but there's a 50% chance that dungeon colors can be vanilla in this tournament. So you want to know your dungeon colors.
Though, I think, as was said in chat, I think Antler's knows what we know now.
Yeah, I think Antlers is absolutely certain on second quest, unshuffled item locations. And given that level 6 is its vanilla second quest shape, he's probably thinking.
Well, his information is huge. It could break the seed for Antler.
Yeah. Aquamentus vanilla HP is exactly 2 bombs, so 8. Yeah. Then Aquamentus rolled down 4. I haven't been paying attention to the shape of the level Imasock is in. I haven't seen when he's paused. I haven't seen the order he's been exploring these rooms in. Shoot room. Oh, second quest 4. Thank you, Phil.
And on another note, we saw Antlers once he got his ladder, leaves 6, and is heading back to the overworld to look for more dungeons. Speaking of those dungeons, we have not found them. We've only found level 6 and this level 4, so where are they?
It's a good question. Given that this overworld has parts of it resembling second quest, they could be hidden under extra power bracelet spots that the players maybe haven't gotten to yet. They could all be recorder blocks. First quest only has 1 recorder block, but second quest has 7 or 9, I forget. And so if you have a mixed, then you could have anywhere between 1 and many recorder blocks, and it's really not inconceivable that 3 dungeons end up recorder blocked. That's not even a weird probability. Nice force by Antlers off of that red lever. But yeah, we have found level 9, so it's not like we haven't found anything. We found 3 dungeons. Oh yeah, and no candle yet. That's right. Yeah.
Because there's still bush checks, that we also haven't had some of the bomb checks on Death Mountain, like the Forgotten.
Oh yeah, you're right. So there's still plenty of overworld left. Yeah, why are we worried? So yeah, as chat pointed out, this is definitely second quest 4. It's got the false walls. It's got a giant mass of rooms connected to a giant mass of rooms with no logic. Just like, first quest 9 is a giant square of rooms. The D shape of second quest 4 is also a massive tangled square. And gosh, Imasock getting trolled by this compass here. Look at all those walls that didn't bomb open or force open or anything. And there's the Goma. So if this is level 4, then it's going to have the book, which it didn't. It had a shield. And it's going to have... What was the other item? The raft? Yeah, second quest 4.
The raft is practically useless. 1 or 2 checks in the long run.
Yeah. So he just wants that Triforce and get out, probably. That said...
Something could be behind the raft, and it could actually not be useless in these types of scenes. Bunnies!
Right onto the wrong side of the chute. Yay, bunnies. Bunnies guarding the bow, maybe? So what dungeon is that?
Because they're going to be a pain to take out.
Wait, no. This is the same dungeon. No, it's 3. No, it's got to be 4. I'm just getting fooled by maybe emulator versus console colors. Are they in the same dungeon?
I don't know!
Could be Vanilla 1. If it's Vanilla 1, it's a little too green, I think. Vanilla 1 should be a little bit more teal or cyan.
Oh, that Patra was not very nice, though it gave Antlers a hug, and that hug took Antlers back to start.
Patra just wants a hug. Nice. So apparently Boss Shuffle was on, and it put Patra's outside of level 9. What a joy.
Then I wonder, what's going to be in level 9 is the real question.
More Patras. Ooh, Imasock buying a bomb upgrade and getting a massive 6. GG. So Imasock had 253 rupees, in danger of capping out. Bought a bomb upgrade. It was a cheap bomb upgrade for 86. Got 6 bombs. That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
Yeah, these second quest dungeons can really take a toll on your resources. There's just so much exploration. It may as well be a shape, knowing that it's going to be the letter D almost doesn't even help you sometimes. Okay, of course it does, but I mean, sometimes it feels like it doesn't. You still spend all these. Ooh, Imasock. Killed every enemy in the room except that Gibdo.
The Antlers killed that Patra and got rewarded by that with a heart. Now all I see are good.
It's funny, Nochibato, you say that, but both players found the magic shield in an item staircase and then didn't take it, which I disagreed with. I would say take it. There we go, there's the Triforce. Nope, Imasock decides he wants that raft, and he pays for it. Gets locked into a mugger room. Wow. He won't pay the 50 rupees to go get the Triforce. He says, nope, money is too tight this seed. Oh, it was right here. No, he went this way before and got locked out of it. Yeah, it's a long walk back to that Triforce. Go figure. It's 1 room north of start, but it's 12 rooms away. So see what Antlers gets. Oh, well, this will answer a question right away. Right away. As soon as he grabs that Triforce. Never mind.
And we're getting a second denial. I mean, at least it's a river that you can take the raft on.
Oh, you know what? Yes, first quest 3 and second quest 2 have the same color. So therefore it was second quest 2. And there was a recorder in there. So recorder can be a very big deal in these flags. It does a lot of good things. One, we're clearly in a mixed overworld. And in a mixed overworld, there's a lot of recorder spots, like I just said. So you could have dungeons be recorder blocked, and so recorder becomes required. You can also have the recorder to unbeaten dungeons flag checked. And in that case, you can just simply blow the recorder and just beat the rest of the dungeons in order. It's fantastic when it works like that. I had a practice seed do that, and it's beautiful, and it feels like cheating. So the recorder is definitely an item worth digging. But Antlers, who definitely, smarter than me, knows that he's got unshuffled second quest items. And the recorder should really be in there. But chooses not to dig it.
So that rare shop isn't seeming to pop up at all tonight.
Raft blocked rare shop. Here we go.
You gotta be kidding me. The raft is useful to get that boomstick?
I've seen it. Alright, Antler's taking the potion. He says, I've got my 6 hearts. I'm guaranteed the white sword item when it turns up. Alright. For somebody of Antler's skill level, that's definitely reasonable. Both these players are really, really very good. Antlers is top 8 recently in the last tournament, and Imasock multiple tournament victories. I don't know. I don't have the entire Zelda 1 tournament anthology memorized, but yeah.
Though, what I want to know is that you were talking earlier with the players trying for the magical sword. What is the heart range for that?
The magical sword should be anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts. In vanilla game, it's 12. Magical sword usually doesn't come into play in any randomizer run because you just gotta end up getting so many hearts. There's too many.
Last tournament?
Yeah, I know. And then I'm like, and here's a list of times when it did. But usually players just...
It's for the memes, man! The memes!
Hey, I won't deny that it's a powerful item. If you've got the hearts to pick it up, I've gone out of my way to pick up the magic sword before. All right, so Imasock picks up the raft in 4. It was undoubtedly what he was digging for because he's walked right past the Triforce. I don't know if he really knows that the second quest items are not shuffled, because digging for the raft doesn't really seem worth it. I'll maybe ask him about that.
When he takes the rafts and eventually sees the boomstick, he might get a hint on something for that once he saw the shield earlier.
Right? I mean, I hope the raft pays off for him. You know, if that raft does lead him to another dungeon, or boomstick for the memes, then yeah, certainly it paid off. I mean, something I might be forgetting too. I'm a commentator with my eyes on both screens, and of course the racers only have their eyes on their own screen, you know, as per the rules. So I've seen probably more item checks. Oh no, Imasock has seen every item check. So
I'm trying right now. 212 rupees for the book. Highway robbery for boomstick. Is it worth it? Because that's 6 bomb upgrade for 80 something rupees or 90 something. That
86. Ooh, Antlerz finds the bow. Well, I think he now knows that's level 5. Oh, and it is. It's even gold colored. So there we go. Oh, he has a candle. I wonder where he bought the candle from. Yeah, you know, Zois in chat just made a very good point. Sock just posted which items are which in Discord. I hope he hasn't forgotten already. Imasock, why did you do that? Okay. So first off, if the hints cost their vanilla amounts, they're useless. Fred made us that promise up front, and that hint that Imasock paid 10 rupees for was guaranteed to be the vanilla joke hint of this ain't enough to talk. And the 50 will say, boy, you're rich, you know. Same. So why did Imasock buy that hint? But in addition to that, yeah, Imasock has been kind of leading the information crusade on our Discord, posting information, getting clarification on flag interactions and such. And it was Imasock who reminded players to check for vanilla item locations in all dungeons. And it looks like he forgot by spending 5 minutes to dig that raft.
I'm just crying on the inside because he's forgetting his own advice. I'm going to have to ask him why in that interview after.
Yeah. I don't want to make him feel bad about it if it was just a mistake, you know. Maybe he's just not sure yet, because he's like, well, I've only seen 2 items. Maybe this won't be the raft, and then it is. So, well, there's still a chance that the second raft spot will turn out to be something, and he'll be vindicated. Okay, now this has to be level 1, right? Or out.
It is 1, you guessed right.
Alright. So, in a second quest 1, there is a boomerang, and there's nothing else. Oh! We have a super handler. Did you see that? Antlerz nailed that thing perfectly dead in the center, and it didn't die.
That was beautiful, and it's still alive. And he's just camping.
Yeah, I would too. There we go. I was going to say, now the strategy won't work for the right head, but... Nice. Oh, hey, okay. Well, and that heart container location proved it, because that was even the Aquamentus room, and that's right where the heart container appears in level 1. So, if we weren't super sure because of the color palette, this was level 1, you know. Players in the tournament take note, you know, you can't always rely on the color palette. It could be randomized. Imasock finally getting his candle. He will now start to get some other forest checks done.
You know what we haven't seen yet tonight?
What?
Level 7.
You know, you're right. But they don't have the Triforce from it, so we will be seeing it at some point. Or actually, I need to see them pause the screen again. When second quest dungeons are on, you know, the Triforces for 2 and 3, and 4 and 5, and 7 and 8 are swapped. So when the tracker lit up the Triforces to start, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I was trying to count. I didn't. They started with 5, 6, and 8. Right. Triforces are all in their rooms, but yeah, we don't have any confirmation of 7, 8, or 9 being second quest yet.
For all we could know, they could be shapes like last tournament.
They sure could be. They started with a bow and a wooden arrow. Arrows. Yes, what Garion said, bow and a wooden arrow. I meant to say wand and wooden arrow, but when saying the word wooden arrow, the word bow just came naturally.
Well, at least on the bright side, I did see, well, that book is quite expensive for a whopping 212 rupees. That bomb price, on the other hand, is totally worth the money spent.
That's right, 20 run rupees for a bomb upgrade if you need it. I mean, vanilla is 20. It's not bad. Yeah, and as Chad is pointing out, that second quest 3 was merciful, giving them the Triforce before the meat block. The other item in 3 is also a boomerang, so they're probably not going to dig that out.
So, sadly today, all you boomerang lovers, no matter what side of the arguments you're on, no boomerang love tonight.
Nope, no reason to dig it out. So, Antlerz here is in probably 7 if it's second quest, 8 if it's first quest or shapes. We'll have to maybe look a little bit. This is going to be our chance to see if it's first quest, second quest, or shapes. And we got a thing. Okay, it's blinking, so whichever one it is, we don't have it. But we still don't know if it's... Because remember, 8 is lit up on the tracker, but that could have been second quest 7. Therefore meaning we're in 8.
Oh, we still have not seen either runner. Oh wait, never mind. I am blind. Antlerz does have the bow.
Yes, he found the bow in an item staircase. I remember calling that. Alright, Antlerz will probably pick up this Triforce and then pause his game. And if both 7 and 8 are lit, then that means that was 7. Nope, Antlerz is just sure. You know what? It was probably possible to tell based on the dungeon layout that it had to be almost simultaneous, that it had to be level 7. So Antlerz is now just looking for level 4, and I think he already knows where it is because he saw that wooden shield earlier. Yep. If he goes right,
this was the dungeon he knocked out of earlier.
Oh yeah, so he's wow, he's in great shape. Look at Antlerz fly. 42 minutes to pick up what is it? 6 Triforces? Very good. No, 5 Triforces. So, did Antlerz see 9? I forget. One of our players saw 9. I think it was maybe a power bracelet spot near the fairy fountain in the forest. Was that it? Okay, both saw it. Fairy PB.
Now
okay,
we
cool,
wait
yeah.
with bated breath and wonder, is Ganon required?
Right? And is this going to be the seed that Crystal Saver wants, where everything is in its vanilla location except the silvers? Just some magic coincidence that, 10 items weren't randomized. And then the one we care about was, and we only assumed that the 50-50 flag wasn't set. That would be great.
Well, I don't know what you're doing. Don't mess with fate, my man.
Well, I can't really hope for a ladder block Zelda anymore because, they got their ladder, so... Ooh. Antler's not finding... Oh, there's one. Yeah, silvers and 7, go! Exactly, Saver. No, actually, we did not see the white sword item. But given that the dungeon items weren't shuffled and the Armos had a power bracelet, the white sword item almost certainly has to be the white sword, wherever it is. True.
Spot.
Yep, white sword item could easily be there. True, or bomb upgrade. The white sword and master sword could have been replaced with bomb upgrades, we don't know.
And we just saw Imasock burn a shrubbery, only to just get a dwarfy. Looks like that shrubbery was worthless and not good for finding the Holy Grail.
I get the reference. Hooray, Monty Python. So, Imasock still digging dungeons. I don't remember Antler's digging these spaces. Maybe he did? Did he? It feels like Imasock now, in addition to having dug level 4 for too long, maybe also is doing more overworld as well. Meanwhile, Antler's is making more progress in 9. Which is ultimately going to win up the game. Oh,
so what
Sock,
I want to know is if Sock caught on to this being vanilla dungeon location items, however you say.
So Sock must know he's in 5 because of the color palette. And if it is, then he knows this is his bow. Good job avoiding those red bubbles. Now get out, Sock. You have this Triforce piece. No, get out. You have this Triforce piece.
Please.
Oh. Looks like he's gonna keep digging level 5. That's a shame.
Just when I had my hopes up, they go down the drain.
Phil, you're right. So if he hasn't seen a heart container drop, and maybe he thinks heart shuffle is on, but first off, that just happened, but also when items are in their vanilla dungeons, that turns off heart shuffle, so that is not a possibility. And I'm sure he knows by now that heart shuffle is off, or vanilla items are on. Vanilla item locations are on.
And Patra was trying to give another big hug to Antlerz.
Oh man!
Well, Antlerz took a potion out to save his life and run around and try to kill that Patra. If Mushroom will stop buffering.
Patra in a quadruple Beamos room is just mean. Oh, well, there's our answer. So we have a completely second quest dungeon set. Okay. Yeah. And Antlerz dances in a circle. He's still in good shape, though. He might not know it, but his opponent, like I said, spent too long digging 4 for the raft, and now is digging 5 despite having both items and the Triforce in it.
I mean, at least we have a map.
Well, Antlerz has a map, yeah. I would be curious to know if the magic shield that neither player would spare 4 seconds to pick up would have helped, you know, or if buying the book would have turned out to have been an atlas.
I don't think it would, because especially with this not only being a boomstick seed, the cost for the book would outweigh what you could buy for that bomb upgrade Imasock stumbled upon earlier, as well as as well as those cheap bombs in the shop where the book was.
I mean, yeah, probably the best use of money in this seed, I think, was either the bomb upgrade that Sock bought, or you know, maybe or the boomstick, I guess. Either way would get you a lot of bombs for your money.
Well, I guess you could say that's a lot of bang for your buck.
Bang for your buck, yeah. Yeah, you could. But, I guess since now we know that all the dungeons are pure second quest, having the maps is a lot less important. But if you thought they might have been shapes, if you didn't have enough information yet, then having all 9 maps for free, and by free I mean 212 rupees, is a big deal. The earlier in the race you can get it, and especially if you get the information that you're definitely dealing with shapes. This could be a Zelda room right here very easily. So half of the time in this seed, Zelda can only be accessed through a north-facing door. Oh, look, and it's Zelda's room. So the reason I said that was because there's a flag for Keep, Zelda, and Ganon in their vanilla rooms. And because this is the random percent tournament, that flag has got 50% odds. So what this means is, if you think Ganon is not required and you're just looking for Zelda, prioritize northward-facing doors, because chances are Zelda, if you remember Zelda's room, it's completely walled off on the left, top, and right. So, you know, normally you enter...
Well, this means we gotta fight a pig tonight.
Yup.
We have bacon eventually coming towards us.
And Antlerz is looking for those silvers now. So Antlerz knows that Ganon is required, and he's got a very good feeling that the silvers are at 9. So Imasock is digging level 1, even though he's got the map and compass. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's one of the levels you need the Triforces out of. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Digging 4 and 5 did not, but... digging 4 and 5 beyond the bow did not. He did have to go into 5 despite having the Triforce from it for the bow, which is something that Antlerz did. But yeah. That seems to be the difference between the two players right now. It's just that Imasock spent all that extra... Well, you're not going to say no to the red ring, that's for sure. He wishes it was the silvers, but you're never going to say no to that.
Well, I don't know if it's just me. I saw some of the letters were some of the dungeon shapes were shapes like letters. Do they spell out something?
Maybe Zelda? Does that word mean anything?
We can always ask Fred if he's here.
In the randomizer, maybe they should spell out Fred instead. We don't even have to change levels 1 or 4 to do that. Actually, even if we change level 1 to be an F instead of an E, you know...
We could do Fred with an exclamation mark.
Yes. Yeah, we could change the L to be an exclamation mark. So yeah, all we'd have to really do is change the Z to be an R, and that's not really that weird. Now the levels spell Fred.
We should write this idea in the Discord. Maybe we'll get some clout, and then we can see it happen.
There we go. There's those silvers for Antlerz. He only had to take every staircase and explore 82% of the dungeon, but he's got the silvers. Now, because I'm on commentary, I can't hear the
Well,
game
at least
audio.
he knows where the pig is.
He's right here. Oh, gosh, look at that. That's what I was trying to ask was, so have you guys heard the roar of Ganon? Do you know where? Yeah, he's right there. Oh, 0 HP Ganon. Always nice when that happens. So there's a 50% chance Ganon will have 0 HP. Thank you, Random%. So I got a feeling we're going to be looking at a dot done pretty quick. Antlers definitely knows where that shutter door was. And Imasock is going to be kicking himself in the post-race interview. Everybody, get your GGs out for Antlers. Congrats to him winning the first game in this best of 3.
Well, this was one of the good opening matches for this tournament. I'd say this is a good omen.
Yes, it definitely shows what the flag set's capable of. Hello! Welcome, is that Antlers?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, welcome, Antlers. GG. A very quick finish there.
Thank you.
So yeah,
so when did you catch on that it was vanilla item locations?
I had strong suspicions after I found the ladder in 6.
So just off the first item, you had a strong suspicion, and then when you found your second item where you expected it, and then...
Yeah, that confirmed it. Like, I probably should have stuck around for the item in 2, but at that point, I wasn't sure, and I had a bunch of the dungeon left. Excuse me. So I was just, I knew where the Triforce was, so I took it, and I was like, I can always come back if I need to, but it was kind of in the corner of the map, so luckily the recorder wasn't required.
Yeah, you know, I commented on that back when you were in level 2. I thought the recorder would be a great boon in this flag set, you know, potentially even required, and you were leaving it behind, but no, turned out to be the right thing. It wasn't needed. And welcome, Imasock. GG. Sorry it didn't work out for you today, but...
Yeah, GG, Imasock.
Yeah, GG. When did you find your candle?
Pretty late. I found it in Death Mountain.
Right. Well, that was the only accessible place to get a candle without having a candle. So
yeah. I kind of suspected that. There were two spots that I missed. And I guess they were on Death Mountain too, so that didn't really help at all. But yeah, I got the candle pretty late, actually.
Yeah, I think mine was either at around 40 minutes or beyond 40 minutes or like 30, I don't know, 37, something like that. It was ridiculous because that's where all the dungeons.
Yeah, I think that level 3 was candle blocked, level 7 was candle blocked, level 1 was candle blocked. All 3 of those were.
Will the boomstick solve the problem? Because I know with the book, the one gives fire. Does that mean the boomstick gives fire?
No, it wouldn't. The boomstick doesn't open candle spots, and it's not like we would have been able to afford it anyway. The money was trash in the seed.
Imasock did hit 253 rupees at one point and bought a massive 6-bomb palm upgrade. That was really cool.
Yeah, if you're not going to get the boomstick, that's his next best thing. But of course, at that point, he probably didn't know that the boomstick was a thing.
Nope.
Nope. You both saw the shield in 4. Oh, you know, that brings me to my next question. So, Imasock, you spent a long time digging the raft in 4. So when did you figure out that the items in the dungeons were vanilla?
I knew from the very first pickup in level 6.
So you both figured out that you both got the ladder in level 6 first. And from that, you both assumed, okay, vanilla second quest, let's go. But you dug the raft out of 4 anyway, I guess?
Yeah, because I couldn't find a candle.
Oh, so you were thinking that the raft would lead to a candle?
Yes, that was my initial thought.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I assumed, like, well, the raft could potentially have value. Like, if it's blocking a dungeon, this is huge for Sock. But but why? So yeah. Another thing too is in level 5, you started with the Triforce for level 5, and then
yeah, and then I kept digging for some reason. It didn't click, but I spent a great deal of time with reverse controls. That was probably my best best moment in this seed, was exploring half of level 5 with reverse controls. That was good.
Yeah, this was the first seed that I've had in my practice for this that the curse is actually rolled reverse. So I kind of forgot that was a thing, and it kind of took me off guard the first time. I took kind of a bad death just because I wasn't ready.
It was funny because then once I started looking for the other dungeons, for a brief moment after I got out of 5, which was a stupid mistake to sit and dig that, because I was like, oh yeah, I have the Triforce. For a brief moment, I started using reverse controls when I had normal controls, and I was like, oh, this.
Oh yeah, I always say that. Like, the worst part of reverse controls isn't having your controls reversed; it's having the curse cured. Because then you're just ruined. Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that most of the red bubble rooms, with like the 3 red and 1 blue, were infested with Wizrobes. So that didn't help.
No, it did not. I don't know if I ever found level 2, or maybe I mismarked my map somewhere. Where was that at?
Very bottom left, 7-0.
Yep. Okay, so I missed it. That was going to be my next place to go, but
gotcha. Yeah, I died on 7-2, and I didn't make it back down there for a while. That really frustrated.
You both got the candle really late, so you both kind of had an inefficient overworld because of having to, go back to do all the candle spots. It certainly wasn't a quick overworld. So I mean, actually, yeah, that death on 7-2. If I had noticed that as a commentator, it would have been, oof. But actually, I didn't even notice. Yeah, funny how the randomizer of the seed just didn't want you to have a candle.
Yeah, it was annoying. I was kind of worried that I had missed marking a candle in a shop that I had already found, because I have definitely been known to do that. So I was like very close to going back and checking a bunch of shops that I had found previously.
Yeah, I was getting to the point where I was like, well, if I find 7, I'll dig the red candle, because this is getting ridiculous. But 7 was under a candle spot, so that didn't help either. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing, wandering around going, did I accidentally mismark something? Did I screw this up? What's wrong? And so once I felt like I had a good enough amount of bombs, that's when I went up to Death Mountain and finally got it. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Was 2 the only thing you were missing?
Yeah, I had just walked into level 7, or I think that was 8 actually.
I never found 8.
Yeah, it was in 51. But yeah, it was just frustrating.
Oh yeah, see that. I never made it back around. My last stop was 7, and I was making my way over to the Deadwoods area, and I was going to grab the recorder while I was over there if I made it that far without finding 7, but I found 7, so.
Oh, what a seed.
This was an interesting seed to help open up the races today. Though, if I am checking correctly, the race on Speed Gaming is still going on right now.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be sending you guys over there shortly. Last thing before we go, Imasock, what's your flag change for game 2?
Getting the level numbers off of being stupid question marks. That's
nice.
The dumbest.
That really is an important flag. It's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad once you get into certain things, like, for example, what we had here. But the scenario of, starting with, let's say, 6 Triforces and having shapes as your levels, it's like, so am I digging this? Am I not digging this? What am I doing with this? And so it's just, it's so.
Yeah,
So-
no, makes sense.
Since you revealed yours, I'll go ahead and reveal mine. If you get game 2, mine would be to turn off permanent sword beams.
Oh, yeah. I'm okay with that. It messes up the Ganon fight a bit mentally for some reason. I don't know what it is. There was another runner in the Discord that commented that for some reason the sound that comes from the beam messes up the rhythm that you have when fighting Ganon too, and it's weird.
And I think it also lags the screen slightly, which can throw off your timing on the stun lock. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's actually a
Yeah, but you're also right that it could add unnecessary lag into other rooms too. So if you're swinging and missing a lot, then it tends to cause problems.
So, do you guys have any advice for some of the other runners in the tournament as of opening this, or just anything you want to share?
fun start to the week. Looking forward to seeing all these opening round matches. It's gonna be a fun tournament. I'll be the first to admit that this is not my best flag set, probably, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, it's gonna be fun.
If it's not your best flag set, it'll change tomorrow.
Exactly.
I think that's the problem. Yeah, I wasn't around for the first random percent tournament that happened many years ago, so this is a bit of new territory for me as well. And I do not do second quest very often, so this right here was basically like partly, my Achilles heel in a way that it just does not jive well with me. So
yeah, today was vanilla second quest, so yeah.
Yep.
So I changed my mind. I'm gonna change my flag to second quest dungeons. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew it was coming. I had a feeling it was coming. But I don't think you can change that flag.
No, that's actually not one you can change. No.
Yeah, no, I was just giving you crap.
Well, you guys got any last words before we throw it over to the other race in progress? There's another race in the same tournament happening, and we're gonna go over and host them soon.
None from me. GG, dude. Looking forward to game 2, and looking forward to watching the end of this race. I know it's a pretty hype race with Toaster and CG7.
Yep. GG you as well. We'll see you guys later.